State and home country, there's a difference. It was a melancholy secret that reality can arouse desires but never satisfy them. Nothing is the mirror in which you see the world. What is leave? A pause that only makes everything after it so much worse. No matter how improbable an assertion is, if it is made with enough assurance, it has an effect. We have our dreams because without them, we could not bear the truth. Never do anything complicated when something simple will serve as well. It's one of the most important secrets of living. Then when I am sad and understand nothing anymore, I say to myself that it's better to die while you still want to live than to die and want to die. Sweet dreams though the guns are booming. Life is a disease and death begins already at birth. Every breath, every heartbeat is a moment of dying, a little shove toward the end. You take it from me, we are losing the war because we can salute too well. The best way to lose a woman was to show her a kind of life that one could offer her for only a few days. Serenity, the calm daughter of tolerance. You may turn into an archangel, a fool, or a criminal. No one will see it. But when a button is missing, everyone sees that. No soldier outlives 1,000 chances. My rage outweighs my shame, as always happens when one is really ashamed and knows he ought to be. I felt the first soft glow of intoxication that makes the blood warmer and spreads an illusion of adventure over uncertainty. I am a modern man with a strong tendency to self-destruction. We were 18 and had begun to love life and the world, and we had to shoot it to pieces. One always expects something else. I stand there and wonder whether, when I am 20, I shall have experienced the bewildering emotions of love. We have lost all sense of other considerations because they are artificial. Only the facts are real and important to us, and good boots are hard to come by. The more primitive a man is, the better he believes himself to be. I always thought everyone was against war, until I found out there are those who are all for it, especially those who do not have to go there. Life did not intend to make us perfect. Whoever is perfect belongs in a museum. It's only terrible to have nothing to wait for. Love should not be polluted with friendship. We have so much to say, and we shall never say it. Light doesn't shine in the light. It shines in the dark. The train goes slowly. From time to time it stops, so that the dead can be taken off. It stops a lot. To forget is the secret of eternal youth. One grows old only through memory. There's much too little forgetting. I tell you this, it is the most despicable thing of all to drag animals into a war. Come, let me kiss you. Life was never so precious as today, when it meant so little. The idea of authority, which they represented, was associated in our minds with a greater insight and a more humane wisdom. We were all at once terribly alone, and alone we must see it through. Human beings are a much worse poison than schnapps or tobacco. Modesty and conscientiousness receive their reward only in novels. In life they are exploited and then shoved aside. Good or real, life is life. You only realize that when you have to risk it. There was too little solid ground under one's feet. The coffin, it shall protect me, though death himself lies in it. With blinded eyes, I stared at the sky, this gray, endless sky of a crazy God who had made life and death for his amusement. Today the aggressor is the shepherd of peace, and the beaten and hunted are the troublemakers of the world. What's more, there are whole races who believe it. We know only that in some strange and melancholy way, we have become a wasteland. All the same, we are not often sad. For us lads of 18, they ought to have been mediators and guides to the world of maturity, the world of work, of duty, of culture, of progress to the future. We are forlorn like children and experienced like old men. We are crude and sorrowful and superficial. I believe we are lost. Our knowledge of life is limited to death. I am thinking of those strange moments when unexpectedly a kind of second sight, like a deceptive memory, seems suddenly to give us glimpses of many earlier lives. The first bombardment showed us our mistake, and under it the world as they had taught it to us, broke in pieces. He begins to notice that he has been turned out of the silent company of the trees, the animals, the stars, and the unconscious life. It is too dangerous for me to put these things into words. I am afraid they might then become gigantic and I be no longer able to master them. I've not much interest in the important things of life, only in the beautiful things. Just this lilac here makes me happy. It's no shame to be born stupid, only to die stupid. Courage is the fairest adornment of youth. Give them all the same grub and all the same pay, and the war would be over and done in a day. It is very queer that the unhappiness of the world is so often brought on by small men. Our damnable memory is a sieve. It wants to survive, and survival is only possible through forgetfulness. I want to think, and at the same time, that's the last thing in the world I want to do. What use is it to him now that he was such a good mathematician at school? I don't know what it is. I simply can't stand it. It's like a hand reaching out of the dark. It is fear, blind fear, as if it were lying in wait somewhere for me. Anything you can settle with money is cheap. Someone said to me once that a cigarette at the right moment is better than all the ideals in the world. I wandered through the streets, thinking of all the things I might have said and might have done had I been other than I was. Strange how complicated we can make things just to avoid showing what we feel. Through the years, our business has been killing. It was our first calling in life. Our knowledge of life is limited to death. No soldier outlives 1,000 chances, but every soldier believes in chance and trusts his luck. Everyone saves someone at least once, just as he kills someone at least once, even though he may not know it.